Exploring a new country often means indulging in its local cuisine on a daily basis. But, hey, let's be real. Sometimes you just need a breather and crave something that tastes like home, right? For us, it's Asian food. East Asian, to be exact. Hey guys, I'm Paul.
And I'm Bea.
And this is Everything is Boffo. And here is our, fortunately, growing list of the Asian restaurants within the city.
First up is Restaurante Pato Beikin. And this is because we were just walking around this street and then I saw they have pictures of the plates that they have, and there's one that's called House Pig, which is cerdo a la casa. And it is like pork belly, you can see it, like it's like the crispy skin on the outside and then, you know, the roasted pork. So we went there and we ate that. And they were nice enough also when I asked them, like, do you have bok choy? And they said yes, they did. And then they went out, bought the bok choy, like bags of bok choy. And
From
then,
the grocery store.
and then went back to the kitchen and sauteed me a bok choy. So that was really nice of them. They're super nice people whenever we eat there. I think it's very authentic Chinese food, very reasonably priced. And like the menu, what do you like about the menu there?
Oh, it just tastes like home.
Yeah.
Like it's
like
just
Chinese
really
food.
hearty Chinese food, and the ambience is very authentic. You're gonna have a great time there.
Number 2, and also my favorite, is Bar Changlong. They have this beef Mami, or like the beef noodles. I think they're called costillas.
Yeah.
Costillas, which is like the beef chunks and the soup, which is really good. So we go there for that.
Yeah, you have to try it. It's stew, and it tastes like Filipino soup. So that's one of the few places that had it. It's right across the Hyper Asia grocery store, or adjacent to. You won't miss it. It's right there. Next one, our friends actually introduced this to us because we've been craving for Hotpot for the longest time, and we don't know anyone who's tried Hotpot, so we didn't want to risk it. So some of our friends tried it, and they highly suggested this place. It's called 17 Hotpot.
And they have a buffet of sauces where you can go off to the side and mix however you want the hot pot to taste. So they've got like the peanut and the sesame and the chiles and all of that there. And then we recommend getting like a set menu. Like when the last time we dined there were 4 of us, and we got like the set menu for like 3 people, and it was enough. And I think we just added more vegetables.
And this was dining with my parents, so
they were full.
Her saying it's enough, that means that's a lot.
Yeah, they were full. So yeah. So, and then their spicy soup, if you really want the spicy soup, it's really, really spicy.
Next up is a restaurant that our Chinese classmates from Spanish class took us to. They told us, we want to take you there, so let's meet one morning and then we go. And they took us to Tian Dao Ru Bao,
which serves authentic Chinese breakfast. So we had some, I think, congee.
They introduced us to this soup that they only eat during breakfast on weekends, she said. So I'll try to look for the name of that soup, but it's their signature soup. When you get there in the morning, you could just order that. It's right there in front of you. So that was really good. It tasted like home. They also sold baos. Xiaolong baos,
but not xiaolong bao like Din Tai Fung style, not like the thin skin. This is more like a siopao type, like the bao type, with soup and meat inside as well. So it's like thicker, bigger.
Yeah, we ordered a lot of stuff, which we're gonna show here.
Next is Juu Ni, which is a nice spot for a Japanese Menu del Día. I think it's still very reasonable. And the servings are nice and big. Like, especially if you get, for example, we get the katsu, plus you get the ramen. Oh my goodness. You're like so full by the end of it. And then there's still dessert, which they have really good cheesecake here. Right?
Yeah.
Really good cheesecake. So, and then I think one time I also ordered their gyozas, which is just okay. I'm not really a big fan of gyozas because I feel like you can just get them at the supermarket. But their katsu pork, or was it chicken? But their katsu, was very good. And then their ramen, to me, might be a little bit spicy. Oh no, salty. Might be a
Yeah,
little
you
bit
could
salty.
probably tell them to half the whatever they put in there to make it a little salty. Maybe you could ask them to
I don't think so because it's the broth.
cut it in half. No, there's usually like a sauce and then you put the broth in it. So you could just ask them to cut it in half. Because the broth, it just tastes like chicken or pork, but the salty is added to it. So you just tell them to have
Maybe a
it.
little salty for me. I don't know what it is. Like sometimes I would order the shoyu but then the tonkatsu is the salty one, or no, I can't
Yeah.
remember which one is which. So it's a little bit of a hit or miss for me. But
Or you could just order a big bottle of water to level out the salt.
but I think the cheesecake just erases everything from my memory.
But yeah, if you're looking for a nice, chill Japanese spot that looks super authentic and the price is unbelievable, Juu Ni is the way to go. And it's close to the center, so you won't miss it.
Next, our friend Ren told us about this one. It's called Kiyoki, which is a buffet, a Japanese buffet, closer to, I think, the City of Arts and Sciences, around that area. And this one, you do have to order the drink separately, and you have to order a drink. You can't just like have the buffet alone. So it does add up a little bit. But I think they have really good sushi here and a good variety of Japanese food that you can order from the cart. It's not, the buffet here for Japanese food isn't something where you go to like a long line of food trays. You actually sit down, tell them what you want from the menu, and then they bring that out to you.
Yeah, that's what I like about that place. Because just like what she said, we've tried the ones where it's just there in the open and you just grab it. This one's more authentic and
Tastes really good.
yeah.
Okay, I was very surprised about this one because this wasn't initially where we wanted to eat, but it happened to be open, and the first place that we wanted to go to couldn't take us. This is a Vietnamese restaurant that we've actually seen around, but we never tried for the longest time. I think because we think that maybe the price was a little high compared to like the Vietnamese restaurants back in California. But I am so glad that we finally did because I think it's the best tasting pho in the city. I think that they have really authentic Vietnamese food compared to the others that we've seen. So I think to me, if I'm craving for Vietnamese food or for pho especially, this would be the place to go. So we got the beef pho, right?
Yes, for sure we're gonna come back to this place.
And then we also had like a mango salad, which was also very yummy.
And the ambiance is nice too. It's actually good for going on a date.
So, I mean, try it out. Saigon Delice.
We'll put the link,
Yeah.
the
But
link
try
of the
it out.
spot in the
Yeah,
description.
I'm very happy with them.
We have to mention this because this got us out of all sorts of pickles, because sometimes we couldn't decide where to eat, or we just don't want to walk too far anymore or something like that.
No, we're just cheap. We don't want to spend a lot of money. So this one is called Tapas Weiwei, and they have a Menu del Día that's around €6. And it's very, very basic. You get rice, you get maybe an egg roll, and then you get like a helping of lemon chicken. That's usually what I get. And their lemon chicken is actually very, very good. I like it a lot. I think it's not too greasy because you know how you have to fry the lemon. You have to fry the chicken. But I think that it's actually good tasting lemon chicken. And if you're if you don't want to spend a lot, you just want something, to try, this might be a place to go to.
I always say, whenever people ask us what it tastes like, I always say that it's kind of like when my mom cooks Chinese food. It just feels like, your mom made it.
Yeah.
So it's very comforting.
And they have a lot of things already in like a, how do you say it? They have things displayed already. They have all of the food displayed already. So you can actually see, which one you want. So everything is kind of already prepared for you. So what they do is they put the rice on the plate and they stick it in the microwave and stuff. So, it's that type of restaurant. But I think the lemon chicken is still like a good lemon chicken.
Not bad at all.
And for €6, come on. Surprise, this is a last minute edition because we just came back from this place for lunch and it is our third time to eat here. And each time has been very satisfying and the quality of the food stays the same, even though I know now they're more popular and they're busier.
Right.
So next restaurant is called?
It's called Sushi Punk. And you'll know you're there because it kind of gives this cyberpunk kind of feel. Cyberpunk's a video game that came out but never really
I don't know
got
that.
off. But it's more of like a futuristic vibe. And it's probably, just like what I was telling our friends, it's probably the only rotating sushi buffet I've ever seen.
I think it's revolving sushi.
Revolving sushi, yeah.
Here in Valencia.
Yeah.
And it's buffet. That's the key part, is that it's buffet.
And it's a pretty good price. So the price is different with lunch versus dinner. But then I think the only difference is for dinner, you get to have unlimited ice cream.
No, there's more in the menu that they serve during dinner, for sure.
Oh, that's right.
Dinner and weekends.
Yeah, just be sure to make reservations because this restaurant gets full super fast.
Yes, and the service is always great. They refill the revolving belt quite often. You can see them very busily making all of the food. And the fish is very fresh. The rice inside is good quality rice and it's always cooked to the right way, I would say.
Right,
Yeah. And here are the tips for Sushi Punk.
My first tip is make sure you reserve, if you're coming in for lunch, make sure you reserve for a little later in the day. They open at around 1:30, I think. So try to be there at around 2 or 2:30 because there's more variety of food on the conveyor belt.
Yeah, and also take your time when you're eating. Don't just power through because not all of the food that we wanted to eat came out in the first hour that we were there. So that we learned that very quickly in the first time we were there. So by the second time and the third time, I think we knew to kind of pace ourselves and just wait for the good ones, the ones that we think is like, our favorites. And then also I think it's good to go with friends because you can taste a little bit of everything or you can share. A lot of the plates come with 2 pieces of sushi or shrimp or, chicken. So it's nice when you're able to like, oh, maybe I'll just taste one if you're not sure about the food that's there.
And when she says friends, it means 2 more people because the maximum for the tables are just for 4 people.
Or maybe 5, maybe 6 max. I don't think they're really equipped for that.
There's 6 people.
Right.
Yeah, there's a spot for 6 people.
Right. If they do have that setup, a lot of you will be facing the conveyor belt, so you're not really gonna have a conversation. It's gonna look more like a bar style. Yeah.
And then next tip is, well, they're gonna tell you what to do, but just in case you don't understand what they're saying, you pick the food from the belt. There's a cover and then there's a plate. So once you grab the food, you take the cover off and then put it on top of the conveyor belt. There's like
Don't return it to the belt itself. Yeah. It has to be a roof.
A roof for the
top.
belt where you put everything on top, the plates and make sure you put it back as soon as you're done with the plates because If you don't, then it's just gonna pile up on your table, and you're not gonna have any space. And I don't like eating like that.
So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy Sushi Punk. It's a last minute edition, and I think that it well deserves the list because we've been happy going there 3 times already. They
Yeah.
have good wasabi. You can ask for the pickled ginger. You have to ask for those things. But otherwise,
Yeah, we really saved the best for last. So enjoy.
so let us know what is your favorite Asian spot. We'd love to hear from you. If you've tried other restaurants, we'd love to try them out too. And what were your favorite dishes in those restaurants? Thank you so much for all the subscribers who patiently wait for us to shoot out a video. The food videos are always, for us, the hardest to edit because there's so many, and a lot of them we really do like. So it's always hard to kind of trim down to, oh, who do we want to mention? And thank you also for supporting our channel by liking and subscribing, and also for buying us a coffee or the super thanks on YouTube. And if you want to know more about moving to Spain, you can also join our Facebook community. And if you have more comments on food spots or drink spots that we missed or you want us to try, we're always open to trying new foods.
We can't wait to see what you guys are gonna suggest. If you want to know more about living in Valencia or in Spain, you should watch this next video. Here. It's not here, it's here.
Thank you, bye.